And a welcome to Citi Field, New York's National League ballpark in Flushing, Queens. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the New York Mets. The Pirates are looking to collect their 8th win in a row next. Matt Harvey, a native of Connecticut, will be doing the pitching in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Matt Harvey, well, the book on Matt Harvey, it's pretty simple. If he's throwing strikes, he's an absolute nightmare for hitters. Good fastball, 93 to 96. Good curveball, and his changeup has gotten much better. If he brings his A game, you're going to have a tough time scoring off this guy.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Christian Brummett. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting. Here comes the first pitch. And we are underway now in New York as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, Matty B, and you know what?
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Oh, and a highlight reel catch there, no doubt. He laid out to sacrifice his body, brought it in, and secured it all the way to the ground. You know his pitcher really appreciates an effort like that.
Standing in, Christopher Wiggins. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. Ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he's just behind the breaking ball.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on the breaking ball. You either commit and be all in on a fastball or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off speed.
And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, I'm looking at the leadoff hitter. They're hoping to have some things turned around with him leading off. It's been a topic of conversation around this club about how bad he's been struggling. Nobody seems to have the answer, but the answers are only going to come from him, and I think his confidence is pretty zapped right now. He just has to get out there, square up a couple of balls, and maybe that confidence will come back.
And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
And this one misses now to the Pirate right fielder. 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Fouled off. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Wiggins would be next. Now the payoff pitch home. Line but speared on a hop. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Elmer Christian gets the start for Pittsburgh in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. so he's more of a pitch to contact guy, and you'll know if he's on early. He needs to get quick outs early in counts.
Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And that's waved at and missed for strike one. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. Fortune has been smiling on them recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games.
You know, Matty, the season's such a grind, and you fight so hard day in, day out, and you're playing against the best players in the world, so you know you're going to lose some games coming out of spring training. To get on a roll where you win 7 in a row, a week of everything coming together, that's a special feeling.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Wiggins backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Dero, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
You know, Matty, I took a look at this lineup today and getting a chance to talk to some of the guys around the cage. One thing that they preached to me was the fact that they were dead last in the league in grounding into double plays, and well aware of the fact that they don't shoot themselves in the foot. They give themselves a chance when they're putting guys on base to drive in runs and not get that 2-for-1 sale.
1 out, nobody on. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. Descalso behind 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Looked to be a pitch that caught a lot of the plate right there, so that might be a little indication of the strike zone we can expect the rest of the way.
And he fouls this one off. The 2-2. Gets him looking up around the letters.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Tyler Wiggins, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball, really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
The 1-2. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. The 1-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. With that, the Buccos have their leadoff man aboard to kick off the inning.
Whoa, that ball was close, whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Up next for the Buccos, Randy Wiggins. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
2-0 now. He's running. Smoke toward the hole. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Throw into third. And he's safe.
Boy, is that a thing of beauty right there. Hit and run to perfection, Dero. Runners at first and third.
That's exactly what you're trying to do. You don't see it in today's game too much. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of walks, homers, and strikeouts. But right there, manager sets it in motion, and the hitter just executes to perfection.
Stepping into the box, Curtis Wiggins. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Runners are at first and third with none out. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And I want to shine the light on Yoenis Cespedes, outfielder right here. The ability to play multiple positions in the outfield, both corners, and can dabble in center field as well. And newsflash, people, do not run on this guy. He has one of the best arms in the business.
First delivery to him on the way. Strike one to start the at-bat. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute to hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
Runners off for second. That's a strike to throw down. It is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Into the box now, Scott Gifford. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And the runners will stay put here on ball one. The 1-0 home is taken, strike one.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Inside corner called a strike 1 and 2.
You know, this isn't a ballpark that yields a lot of runs, so when you've got a chance like this to put some early runs on the board, it becomes really important to do so.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Misses, ball 2.
Man, 35 pitches with only 2 outs in the second inning. Ideally, you'd like to have 30 or less after 2 innings, so he's got some catching up to do.
Ready with the 2-2. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on a dead run. And that ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Dave Carter. He's been feeling pretty good about things recently as you see the numbers over his past 10 contests. First pitch of the at-bat. And that misses, ball 1.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that two-seam fastball.
Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
Popped him up. Gifford is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting 10th, right fielder, Lucas Duda.
Next up from New York, Lucas Duda. First pitch on its way. And that one just missed outside. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. Fouled away. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And now it's the Pirates pitcher, Elmer Christian. 9-1-2 due up. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes this the other way to right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first down. So with 1 away now, time for a check of the standings as you see that these guys find themselves 4.5 games back in the division race entering play. Ready for another chance? Christian Brummett 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
When I see guys check swinging, they're not seeing the baseball. They're not picking it up. You got to take a step back. The only thing you tell yourself in this situation is do not move your head.
To 1-2 now. 3rd inning, no score to this point. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Into the box, Christopher Wiggins, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. The 1-0. Hit hard to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. Let's see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. 1-1 the count now.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Can't catch the corner away with the fastball. It's 2-1. 3-1 to the Mets left fielder.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like a little mini rally. Let's see if he can get on.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Stepping in, play Orozco. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tough slider down low for a strike. Throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Cespedes gets his lead at first, nobody out. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Wiggins onto the grass. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Sacrifice situation here, and the manager wisely brings his third baseman in to try and cut down the lead runner if it comes his way. Stepping in now, Matt Harvey, wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Center fielder number 12, Juan Lagares.
Here's Juan Lagares. Flied out in his first at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here comes the first pitch. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. On the ground to the left side. To his left, Wiggins. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets leave one. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Roberto Clemente. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Now a move over to first, and the runner back in standing. He's set. Here it comes. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates.
Line drive to center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Randy Wiggins.
Standing in now, Randy Wiggins. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Clemente on second. Wiggins at first with no outs. In there, 1-2 now. The 1-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Up next for Pittsburgh, shortstop.
Digging in to try it again, Curtis Wiggins. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
I'm set with the 0-1. Missed with a slider. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
The 2-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
First pitch on its way. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
That's one of the hardest things to do in this game. You know he's sitting fastball. That ball starts to slide away from him. You have to have some serious strong hands and wrists not to commit right there.
Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
3-0 now. 3-0 pitch. Slow roller back to the mound. Throw on to first is in time, and that snuffs out the Bucco rally as the inning is over. Pirates strand a couple. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Digging in for his second at-bat, Daniel Descalzo comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
First baseman, number 19.
And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Pirates' Road to the Show report. Two guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. In now, Chris Davis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here. And a fastball just misses for ball 1. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Wiggins scoops it up, and there are 2 away now.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Striding in once again, Dave Harder. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Now the pitch. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate. It's strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking the zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Bouncer up the middle. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line up, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Before the first pitch, a check at first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. A dive, but he's back. Here's the third baseman, David Wright, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He popped out in his first trip. Slow bouncer to the right side, but it gets foul. Carter is off at first with 2 away. Seared down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and his side is retired. Mets strand 1. through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Striding in, Scott Gifford. He'll begin things here against Matt Harvey.
Scott Gifford.
Here's the first pitch to him. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. The 1-1 is in there for strike number 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So the leadoff hitter's aboard. Pitcher due up. Looks to be a textbook sacrifice situation. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month. In now, Elmer Christian tries to get the bunt down here, but this is foul, and we'll see if he tries it again. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit. From the stretch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Pirates pitcher at the plate with a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. And look out. Oh, that ran in and got him. And intentional or not, you do not want to be hitting pitchers out there.
Oh, boy. Pro pitchers belong to a closed fraternity, so you don't usually see that very often. And anytime it does happen, folks start hanging on the top steps of the dugout. These things usually don't go unpunished.
Into the box, Christian Brummett as he runs up to bunt but can't make contact. That's strike 1.
You could tell he had made up his mind in the batter's box that he was taking that one with him. Great execution of a changeup. Kind of spoiled his plan right there.
Now a bunt attempt here, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Two strikes now from Harvey. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Hitting guys back to back? Umpires don't have much patience for that kind of thing, whether it's intentional or not, and neither does the team that's getting plunked.
Ready for another shot now, Christopher Wiggins. He's got an opportunity here in a bases-loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
Check swing called strike, 0-1.
The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop-up strikeout. Something to get you back in this inning.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Lagara's on the run. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
This has pretty much been a pitcher's duel so far, so any way you can score a run, in a sac fly right there brings home the first run of the game here in the middle innings.
Digging in once again, Roberto Clemente. He singled his last time up. From the stretch. And a ball 1-0. Christian at third. Brummett is over at second with one down in the inning. High and deep to straightaway right. Duda racing back to the track, to the wall. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 21 for him on the season, as the Pirates have opened it up now 4-0.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought was a bad call in the rearview mirror. I think he was still fuming and didn't get the pitch where he wanted it. The result? A reason to be even more mad.
Up next for
Stepping in now, Tyler Wiggins.
Tyler Wiggins.
Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his side.
Randy Wiggins.
Standing in now, Randy Wiggins. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. Descalso on to Davis at first. It's a double play, and the side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We've got more on this Sunday night after this. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. Matt Vasgersian as the left-handed hitting slugger and USC product Lucas Duda settles in to start out the inning. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Duda stands at 6'4" tall, bats left, throws right. He was selected in the 7th round back in the draft of 2007.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Next for the Mets, Yoenis Cespedes reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one stayed up a little high. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that misses 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. He did well to get a piece that time, and it'll stay 2-2.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Second baseman, Clay Orozco.
Digging in, Clay Orozco. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike. So 1-1 home. Is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail here 4-0. Alex Hanna will come on now as he'll be appearing in his 45th game this year.
Alex Hanna.
Ready for another chance? Curtis Wiggins. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the 6th. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. The 1-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The catcher, number 5, Brian Brummett.
Striding in once again, Brian Brummett. The pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. And he misses 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Two balls and 2 strikes the count to the Pirates catcher.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Duda is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The first baseman, number 12, Scott Gifford.
Digging in and looking for more, Scott Gifford. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Count even now at 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground is short. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Pirates, but they hold a 4-0 lead. Teddy Kalita is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Kalita.
And that's by him. It's 0-1. 0-1. Here it comes. Hit down the line at first. This will get foul for strike 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. The 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 2-2 one more time. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 2-2. Fly ball right down the line in left. And the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
Center fielder number 12, Juan Lagares.
Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Juan Lagares. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Hit back up the middle. Tough throw to first. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
Up next for the Mets, the shortstop, Daniel Descalso.
Digging in once again, Daniel Descalso. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. First offering on its way. Changeup in for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher. Able to pound the zone with all different options.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They're down 4-0. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. It's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one, but before the inning gets underway, let's check out the game summary to this point.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 9, Austin Lockhart.
Ready once again, Elmer Christian. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Christian.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lays off 1-0. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. On the move is Lagares. He's got it 1 away.
Center fielder number 27, Christian Brummett.
So the Pirates batting order turns over and set to go. Christian Brummett. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Lefty versus lefty, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. So 1-1 home. Hit on the ground out to short. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Christopher Wiggins.
Ready for another shot now. Christopher Wiggins earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just a bit high. Here's a strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Grounded back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Now batting, right fielder, Roberto
Clemente will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Oh, and a half swing there on a pitch out of the zone. Indeed, it's strike 2. From the stretch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Pirates leave 1, but they're in front 4-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Davis will try and get something started in the home half of the 7th. Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here. No balls and a strike to count. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
Now batting, catcher, James Carter.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Dave Carter. A hit in 2 tries so far. First offering on its way. Swinging on the first pitch, and this is bounced to the shortstop. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Third baseman, number 5, David Wright.
Digging in to try it again, David Wright. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Sliders in for a strike.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
Now pitch swung on and missed as they get ahead of right now, 0-2. Now here it comes. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. Brummett has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mets, number 62, Eric Godell.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Tyler Wiggins. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Tough slider down low for a strike.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Tyler Wiggins goes down to become the first out in the 8th inning. Into the box now, Randy Wiggins. As with one away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1. Comes set, and the 0-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Another 1-2 delivery. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Duda going back, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, and the Pirates are up 5-0 now.
Wow, he really hit that ball well. Put a great swing on it with great extension, and it sailed right out of here.
Now batting, shortstop, Curtis Wiggins.
In now, Curtis Wiggins, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1, here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 1 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground to second. Orozco takes it in. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, captain, Brian Drummond.
In now, Brian Brummett. From the stretch. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. The 0-1 delivery. And a breaking ball stays outside. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. The relay, the tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on the home run. And as the Pittsburgh TV guys like to say, clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Pirates 5 and the Mets nothing.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Pittsburgh, number 23, Bob Dixon.
Here's Lucas Duda now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
The 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up one hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. So with his day over now, you get a look at the final pitching line for the Pittsburgh starter. He was on point from the get-go this evening. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. First pitch on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Wiggins has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Mets, second baseman, Clay Orozco.
Next up for New York, Clay Orozco. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
0-1 the count. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
2 mid-90s fastballs, and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball, or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off speed.
Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. The 7 train making its stops just outside Citi Field as we welcome you back inside for the remainder of baseball on the show. And now here comes Mets skipper Terry Collins out to home plate, and it looks like we'll see a double switch here. Dario Alvarez will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Omar Alfonso is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. This is line to left. Alfonso is there, 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball, and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
Stepping in now, Bob Dixon. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. 1-1. Popped him up. Carter waits on it. 2 down.
Center fielder number 27, Christian Drummond.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Christian Drummond.
And he's the reigning recipient of the National League's Player of the Month award.
Two out, nobody on. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Check swing and a pop-up out toward the mound. And he'll reach first safely. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he did it.
There's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
Standing in now, Christopher Wiggins. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And And there he goes towards second. Pitch inside. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
Brummett at second with 2 down. Two-0 is a fastball, not close. He's behind 3-0 now.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to cruise through this inning, but now a hit, a 3-0 count have changed that. Got to get back in the strike zone right here.
Here it is, the 3-0. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble but hangs on, and the inning is over. Another look at the acrobatic play out there in center. Back with more Sunday Night Baseball following this. Set to get his evening at the plate started. Omar Alfonso batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First delivery to him on the way. Strike one to start the at-bat. Hard hit ball to second. To his right, Wiggins. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Center fielder number 12, Juan Lagares.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Juan Lagares. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Into the box, Daniel Descalso. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Count now, a ball and a strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
The 1-2. Hot shot down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Now the outfield shifts into a no-doubles defense after getting the sign from the dugout, basically playing to keep the ball in front of him no matter what. And a foul pop behind the plate. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. The Mets down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Wow, that's 8 wins in a row, and it seems like they can't do anything wrong. When you're riding a streak like this, you eat the same food, you drive the ballpark the same way, you do everything the same because you don't want to do anything to jeopardize this streak.
A 5-0 finish tonight. The Pittsburgh Pirates used a nice fifth inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Elmer Christian earns his 8th victory of the season as he finishes 7 innings, allowing only 1 hit. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight for the victorious Pirates. 5 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Mets, no runs on only 2 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 53 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Pirates held their opponent to just 2 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 5-0. That now makes 8 straight wins for the team. As of right now, the Mets sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, 5 games back. And the Pirates are atop the NL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd place. Chris Busby was victorious for the 5th time this season as the Reds pushed past the Dodgers 2-1. Entering the day's action, the Reds are in 2nd place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of 1st, while the Dodgers are in 2nd place in the NL West, only a half game back. The St. Louis Cardinals launched 3 home runs as they got the best of the Brewers at home 6-4. At the start of the day, the Cardinals sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. And the Brewers are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The Diamondbacks knocked out 10 hits as a team as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 6-3. In the standings, the Diamondbacks sit in 1st place in the National League West Division. They have a small half-game advantage. And the Cubs are in 3rd place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The Marlins pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they bested the visiting Nats 3-1. Heading into the day, the Marlins are in 2nd place in the NL East, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard, while the Nationals are atop the division. They have a small half-game advantage. Alexis Ruth got the W and now has 5 this year, helping the Phillies get past the Padres 5-1. As of right now, the Phillies sit in last place in the National League East, 18 games out of 1st. While the Padres are in 3rd place in the NL West, 3 games back. The Rockies put together 10 total hits as they dismantled the Giants 8-2. Entering the day's action, the Giants sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division, 3 games back. While the Rockies are at the bottom of the division, 14 games back. The Tampa Bay Rays only allowed 2 hits in the game as they dismantled the White Sox 8-1. In the standings, the Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division, 16 games out of 1st. And the White Sox are leading the Central Division, 6 games up on 2nd place. The Blue Jays hit 3 long balls as they took down the visiting Orioles 5-4. At the start of the day, the Blue Jays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, 11 games out of first. And the Orioles are 3rd in the division. They're 7 games back. The Seattle Mariners smacked 15 team hits as they took down the Red Sox on the road 8-4. As of right now, the Red Sox are in 2nd place in the AL East, yet they currently lead the race for the American League wildcard. And the Mariners are in 2nd place in the AL West, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race. The Royals got 11 hits overall as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 7-5. Heading into the day, the Tigers are in 3rd place in the AL Central. They're 16.5 games out of first. And the Royals are 2nd in the division, 6 games out of first. Adrian Gonzalez had an outstanding day at the plate with 8 runs batted in, helping the A's to a win over the Twins 8-1. He is currently among the RBI leaders in the American League. Entering the day's action, the Twins are in 4th place in the AL Central, 20 games out of first, while the Athletics sit in 4th place in the American League West. They're 7.5 games out of first. The New York Yankees launched 7 home runs in this one as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County, 18-4. At the start of the day, the Angels sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division, 6 games out of first. And the Yankees are leading the American League East. They have a small 1.5 game advantage over 2nd. The Rangers knocked out 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Indians 10-5. As of today, the Rangers are in 1st place in the AL West, 4 games up, while the Indians sit in last place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Atlanta Braves tallied 5 home runs overall as they blasted the Astros 24-4. In the standings, the Astros sit in last place in the American League West Division, 9 games back. And the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East Division. They're 7.5 games out of first. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.